Hello, welcome back to It's What I Do. Like I mentioned in the previous video, I filmed these in reverse, so I've actually filmed the video and decided to split it in two afterwards. So this part of the video, or this video, is going to be about cleaning the trickle shower and getting that nice and clean. And I'll show you how it's all put together and the ideas behind it and such like. So anyhow, let's get on with it. Okay, so I've emptied my trickle shower thing and I've cleaned out all the bottom. Surprisingly, there wasn't that much in there. A bit of gravel, like sandy dust stuff, but nothing too serious. So yeah, that's empty. And what I've done with the pumice is I've put it into my two, I think they're called trogs, I'm not sure, but they're buckets in here. I've put them into them, filled them up with water so that I don't kill off my beneficial bacteria. And what else we've got? We've got these dividers, and I'll show you what they're for in a minute. And with me jack matting that goes on the top, and we've also got this basket that protects the outflows. So we'll put that in first. Let's give it a little bit of a slush with some water. Ooh. Got quite a few snail eggs in there. And snail carcasses, which I don't mind. Let's try and get that leaf out the bottom of there. That should be interesting. Give me 2 seconds, I'll be back. Now we grab this plastic tray, and that fits quite nicely in the bottom there. And that's just to protect the outflows. And what we've got on this, we've got an 1.5 inch pipe coming from the alpha grog filter there. The 1.5 inch pipe comes into there, into the spray bar down, and then we've got two 1.5 inch outlets that return back to the pond. So that's in there now. And now we're going to get some pumice and put a layer of pumice over the top. I'll show you what we're going to do with that. Using my splash protector, what I'm going to call it. I'm going to sieve the pumice. Now that's the last bucket, that's the first bucket. So that was on the top and that was down below, and I'm going to swap it over. I'm going to put this one into the bottom and then that one onto the top. No particular reason, I just think it might give the bits of pumice a chance to talk to a different bit of pumice instead of the ones they've been talking to all this time. I don't know, I'm mad, can't help it. So we'll give that a stir up while we're doing it. And I'll get on and do this and I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so that's my first load, and I'm going to try and get that in as gently as I can because I don't want to smash that basket. Oh, excuse the noise. So that's the first load in, and we'll spread that out. And I'll carry on with that, put a couple more loads in, and then I'll show you what we do next. Okay, that's about 3 basketfuls. Now what I'm going to do is lay some plastic over the top. What we do this first plastic sheeting. Try and get that in as level as we can. Doesn't fit right to the edges, but that's about the best I can do. Now, what's the reason for this? Well, water's very lazy, and it will find from the top to the bottom, it will find the easiest and quickest route to actually get there. It doesn't sort of sit there and say, oh look, that bit of pumice isn't wet, so I'm going to jump over there and wet that. No, it won't do that. It will find the easiest route, and it does what they call tracking. So the idea of the plastic is it interrupts that tracking, and it will make it, force it to take a different route and actually get the bits wet that are not wet. So that's the idea of those. And this is built on the idea from Richard, the pond guru. He built one that was slightly smaller than this, but I couldn't get the bin the size that he did, so I got a 120 litre bin. So yeah, that's the idea of that anyhow. It stops the tracking. So we'll get some more pumice in and do it again in a moment. So okay, get on with some more. Right, that's the first trog bucket thing empty. You can see that the water's dirty, but it ain't that bad. So yeah, that's the first one done. So I'll move that to one side. And I'll get the second one over. And we'll carry on. Right, so that's had about 3 trays in there as well. So now what we'll do is we'll use the other bit of plastic. And we'll do the same again. Just put something in there to interrupt the flow. Like so. That's actually one of these cut up. So, yeah. Right, put some more in. Right, what I've decided to do is actually put some new pumice in. So I've got some pumice and I've just washed it through. I'll show you that in a second. We'll put that in on top. I've probably got quarter of a bag left. And this is the stuff I bought from Richard the Pond Guru. It's white pumice. So yeah, I'm going to put the extra bit in there, and I'm going to reduce the filter floss that I have in there, because since I put the upflow filter in, I've been getting a lot less dirt through there, which is really good. And once I get the other one in and up and running, I should be able to do away with virtually all of it. Just have maybe one piece of filter floss on the very top. Yeah, so that's the new stuff. Let me just show you what I mean by you have to rinse this. That's the water. Get a lot of powder, a lot of dust off of the pumice, so you must rinse it first before you use it. Okay, let's get the last bit in. We've got our jack matting, and we'll give that a quick rinse. This bag's just got the bio balls in there. You'll have noticed some floating around in the water and whatnot, but originally they do start off in the bag, but gradually get worked out. Right, so we put that on the top there. Again, the only reason this is here is to help spread the water. You'll get a little bit of biological action in there, but not a lot. But all it's there for is to help spread the water. So that's that there. Now I've got to clean the top sponge, put that back with the filter floss underneath it, put the spray bar back on. So I'll be back in a minute. Okay, that's the filter floss back in and the foam. Now all I've got to do is switch it on. So, let's move my sack of pumice out of the way. Turn the flow back on. And put the pump power back up to 32. And there we go. Foams are sitting a little bit high at the moment, but that will compress down. And that's my shower trickle filter type thing. Well, there you have it. That's my trickle filter. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, give us a like down below. Thanks. Catch you next time.